YouTube paid me two very different amounts of money for two videos that have almost the same amount of views. I did some digging and I think I finally figured out why. So in this video, I'm going to share everything that I found out, and I'm going to share some tips on how you can increase your ad revenue. You ready? Let's go. So in August, I posted this video about how much YouTube paid me for 200,000 views. It was the first of its kind on my channel because I normally do things about hair care, right? So I didn't really expect it to do so well because it was so off topic, but I posted it and it surprisingly did really well. 23,000 views. That's actually what I would call blow up. Like, the video blew up because 23,000 views is not a normal thing on my channel. So I was really excited when that happened. And along with the 23,000 views, I also got over 1,200 watch hours, and this video brought in over 300 new subscribers to my channel. By the way, if you are one of those subscribers, make sure you drop a hey in the comments. I want to meet you guys. I just want to say hi, okay? Okay. So I mean, look at the stats. Over 23,000 views, over 1,200 watch hours. I'm bringing in over 300 subscribers to my channel. At the end of the day, YouTube paid me $57.77. From the very beginning, since I got monetized, I have not made up to $40 in an entire month. And here this video is raking in over $50, like just this one video. It was just absolutely like for me, right? So I was like so super excited. I thought, I've made it, I've landed. Mama, look, I'm famous. That was until October when I posted this video about length retention and how it is this unspoken tip for healthy hair growth. And I expected the video to do well because, you know, it's hair growth. I was expecting it to do like 2,000 views, 3,000 views. And then I posted this video and bam, it passed 2,000 views, past 4,000 views, past 6,000 views, 8,000 views, 10,000 views. And I was like, what is happening? If my video wants to do well, like do well, right, it will reach like 8,000 views. But when this video passed 15,000 views, I knew that, okay, we have another outlier over here. Before I knew it, the video had passed 23,000 views. I now remembered the how much YouTube paid me video that, oh, how much did I even make from that? $7, right? Okay, let me come and check how much this other video is going to pay me. I thought it was going to be $57 again, right? But you can imagine my shock when I got there and I saw $222. Sorry, I was thinking that my mind was blown for the how much YouTube paid me video. But this one completely shattered my brain. I was like, what? How? It's mind-blowing enough that a hair care video did that well to now realize that it made 4 times or almost 4 times more than a video with a similar number of views. I had to figure out how and why. So I did some research and then I finally figured out what the differences were. But in order for me to properly explain the differences, I'm going to have to explain how YouTube goes about paying its creators in the YouTube Partner Program. So on YouTube, there's something called the CPM, and the full meaning of that is cost per mile, which is essentially how much advertisers are willing to pay for 1,000 ad views. And then there is another term called RPM, which means revenue per mile, which means how much of the CPM that the creator is going to collect per 1,000 views. Now, for long form videos, YouTube pays its creators 55% of the CPM. So for example, if the CPM for your video is $10, right, your own cut there is going to be 55% of $10, which is $5.50, right? And then if your CPM is $100, then that means your RPM there is going to be 55% of the CPM, 55% of $100, which is $55. Are you getting? So essentially, CPM is how much advertisers are willing to pay to put an ad on your video, and then RPM is how much of a cut you are going to collect from the CPM. So you can see that the CPM and the RPM are directly proportional. So the higher the CPM is, the higher your RPM. The lower the CPM, the lower your RPM. They follow each other like that. So there are different factors that now affect how much your CPM is going to be. For one is the age of your audience. If your audience is older, like 35 and above, 30s, 40s, 50s, those people are deemed more financially stable. So people who are marketing tend to market higher end products and tend to be more willing to spend money targeting those older audiences because they feel like those older audiences have more money to spend. So if your audience is older, then the kind of ads that are going to be placed on your videos are more expensive ads because people are willing to pay more to target those older people. Then, of course, there is where your audience is located, your audience location. If your audience is based in a country or a region that has a higher buying power to the dollar, like the US or the UK or anywhere in Europe, then your CPM is likely to be higher because those people in those countries can afford to drop $10, $20, $50 on ads versus in Nigeria here or in Africa generally. If you are telling somebody to drop $50 for 1,000 ad views, you know what that means? That's about 85,000 naira for 1,000 views. Who's going to pay that? Where will you see it? If your audience is mostly based in Nigeria, then the kind of ads that are going to be placed on that video is probably ads that are placed by Nigerian companies and Nigerian brands who don't have that much of a buying power. So the CPM tends to be lower, meaning that your RPM is going to be lower. But if your audience is based in like the US, then it is probably US based brands that are placing ads on your videos to target US viewers. And they tend to have a lot more dollars to spend versus brands that are in Nigeria. So I hope you are following. I hope you're getting all of this. There's also your niche. There are some niches that just have more money to spend than other niches. A software company who is trying to run ads for their next coding bootcamp that probably cost $1,000 to get into is probably going to pay more in ads versus a beauty brand whose most expensive product is what, $40. So your niche also matters. But in this specific case, for these two videos, I don't think niche really had a lot to do with it per se. But the major differences that I found between the two videos, there are just three, and I'm going to explain each of them to you now. The first major difference that I spotted was the age of the audiences, right? So for the how much YouTube paid me video, I noticed that the audience was younger, a lot of 18 to 24, a lot of 25 to 34. That's where the audience was mostly situated. But for the length retention video, I noticed that the audience was very evenly distributed from 25 to like 60. Like the audience was older. And I'm feeling like that's because the people that are watching the How YouTube Paid Me are young content creators and YouTubers who are trying to get monetized or who recently got monetized or who are even trying to figure out whether it is even worth it in the first place to start a YouTube channel. Like, how much does YouTube even pay that I should even be, putting myself through all this work, recording videos and editing videos and uploading videos and doing SEO and optimizing and designing thumbnail and it's so much work. Is it even worth it? So yeah, I think those were the kind of people that were watching this video. So definitely they were younger and that must have affected the CPM, which would have affected the RPM because the RPM was actually quite low. I think it was like $2 versus this guy over here whose RPM was almost $10. Okay. So yeah, age. It matters. The second difference that I found was where the audiences were situated. In the How Much YouTube Paid Me video, almost 50% of the audience was from Nigeria and about 5% were from Ghana. So that's over 50% of the audience that were based in Africa. And Africa is considered, one of the places with a lower buying power. So of course the CPM was lower and then the RPM, of course, was going to follow the CPM and below as well. But for the length retention video, interesting stats. Almost 45% of the audience was from the US and 7% of the audience was from the UK. And then just a small 8.4% was from Nigeria. So yeah, most of the people watching this video are based in the US, based in the UK. So I mean, of course the CPM gonna be high and the RPM is high right there beside it. Okay. Finally, and this one is actually very unsupported. Like I've not really seen any blogs anywhere that says that this makes a huge difference, but I feel like it does, and that is the length of the videos. So the How Much YouTube Paid Me video was about 11 minutes long, like 10 minutes and 50 something seconds long, while the length retention video was closer to like 17 minutes long. Now, with an 11-minute video, you might watch like 3 to 5 ads on the video. But with a 17-minute video, you might watch up to 5, 7, 8, maybe even 10 ads over the course of watching that video. So the longer the video is, the more opportunities there are for ads to play. The more ads are played, the more ads are viewed, the more money you make. So yeah, I feel like the longer the video, the better. But don't just go and produce a very long, boring 30-minute video that nobody's going to watch past the first 2 minutes. Okay, the video needs to be engaging enough to carry people through the video, because it's when they watch the whole video that they can now, watch all those many ads. The video can be 30 minutes long, but if people are not passing the 50 minutes, then it's probably still only one or two ads that they are going to see. But if the video is long and it is engaging, then people can watch all the way up to the 10th minute, to the 12th minute, 20th minute, even all the way up to the end. And throughout the time that they are watching this video, they will be watching different ads. And the more ads are seen, of course, the more money you make. So I think that was one of the things that also boosted the ad revenue. And the funny thing is that this length retention video didn't actually stop at 23K views. I think at the moment that I'm filming this video right now, it's sitting pretty at 53,000 views. It has brought in over 1,000 subscribers to my channel. It has made over $500 one video. So, I mean, if there are conscious ways that you can go about creating videos that target older people, target people in the US or in the UK, and also videos that are longer and engaging, then I think you will have a winning formula. I've been trying to replicate this formula for other videos, and some worked, some didn't. Some actually have a high RPM, but they didn't just get enough views for it to be, a viable experiment. But I'm still trying. At the end of the day, I literally just discovered this. I'm still going to try and implement it in all my videos going forward. But still, it's just something that I felt, I learned from my analytics, and I just decided, let me come and share it with you guys in case, one of you guys can actually crack the code and come and share it with the rest of us. So if you can put all of this together and, try and make videos like that every time, I think you'd be seeing a significant rise in your ad revenue. So if you would like to watch the length retention video or the how much YouTube paid me video, they are both linked in the description. But if you are struggling to get monetized on YouTube and you would like to learn from my mistakes, I actually did a video highlighting 4 mistakes that I made that seriously delayed my monetization on YouTube, and what you can do differently to overcome those mistakes. I promise you, it's very eye-opening. You're going to love it. Make sure you click this video right here if you are struggling to get monetized on YouTube. I'll see you there. Bye. Mwah.